What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jaden. My message for you guys today is to don't try to go fast. Don't try to achieve things super fast. Don't focus on just trying to get rich quick, because that will never get you to where you want to go. And the reason why I say that is over the past 3 years, I've basically been setting goals for myself. Like I said, okay, like $10,000 profit a month or whatever, we'll be achieving this, we'll be living our dream life. And I would hype myself up so much for that. And like, dude, we can achieve this, we got this, we're gonna achieve this within the next 5 months or whatever. And I get so certain about that. I'd do visualization, affirmations, all these different things to get myself to really believe that, yes, this is possible. And I did believe that was possible, but then ended up in disappointment. I didn't achieve that goal. I was far from achieving that goal. And I realized part of that was I had blind optimism. Optimism is okay. It can be useful, better than being pessimistic, but it was blinding me. It was diluting myself from the reality. And the reality was I had set too big of an unrealistic goal for myself, because I had never even made like $5,000 profit in a month, and yet I was trying to achieve making $10,000 profit a month. And I tried that so many times. That wasn't the first time I set that goal. I set that probably like 3 or 4 other times over the past 3 years, and every single time I've come up short. I'm like, why is this? Like, I'd get so frustrated, and because I would hype myself up every single time by saying, like, dude, we are going to achieve this, we got this, we are going to make this happen. And I'd believe it, and we would take action. We'd really work hard at it. We'd work till like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. sometimes, and we'd do that every single day. But I realized that I can't 100% control the results that I get. I can't 100% control how much money I make in a month. I can't control that I'm going to achieve that goal 100%. I have influence at best, and that's not to say you shouldn't strive for something like that, but my point is I made it was so unrealistic, but I was blinding and deluding myself to say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can achieve this, when in reality, deep down, I knew I couldn't. And I just wanted it to work so bad. But I realized by doing this, I placed my happiness, how I felt consistently, I basically placed my happiness on the let me rephrase that. I made my happiness dependent on achieving this goal. And so when I didn't achieve the goal, I felt devastated. I was devastated, guys. And this happened for so many different goals that I set for myself over the past 3 years of working on online business and stuff like that. Like I remember before we set like $500 a week or $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, all these different ones, $1,000 profit in a month. And some of them we have achieved. Yeah, some of them we did. But the vast majority we did not. And it's because a big reason was they were unrealistic. And again, guys, you never want to place your happiness dependent on something you can't control. You can't control on the external circumstances. You can't control whether you make a certain amount of money each month. You can't 100% control that, but you can control your actions. You can control your actions 100% of the time. You can 100% control that. That is entirely up to you. The results, they'll come on their own accord. That's one thing that I learned. And again, this is not to put down setting big goals, or this is not to say that you shouldn't strive for something big like that, because I still got great benefit out of that. I still learned and really pushed myself and stretched myself to achieve those things. Like, I never would have stayed up like till midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. for months at a time. Just really taking massive action, trying different things and learning new things every single day. Like, I never would have done that if I hadn't set this goal and tried to go for it. But I just don't want you guys to make the same mistake that I did and feel so frustrated and feel like that you don't know what's going on or what's wrong by doing that. I don't want you guys to place your happiness and make it dependent on something having to happen for you to be happy. You should feel happy regardless. That's entirely up to you. You can feel happy for anything, even if you don't achieve your goals. Okay, so don't place your happiness don't make your happiness dependent on things you can't control. Okay. So control, things you can control, like I said, are your actions. Focus on that. And one thing I learned is I learned to set process-oriented goals rather than result-oriented goals. And so a result-oriented goal is like make $10,000 profit a month. That's the result. Okay, that's an outcome that you want to happen. A process-oriented goal is based on the actions that you take. So for example, for this month, or this coming month, I have the goal of I'm going to film 30 YouTube videos in the month of June. By the time you guys are watching this video, it's probably midway through June. But right now it's Memorial Day when I'm filming it. But that is a process-oriented goal. That's something I can control. I can control myself and the amount of videos that I make. That doesn't mean, I'm not saying, by setting that goal, that's something one that that I know I can achieve, and it's not dependent on all these external circumstances that have to happen in order for it to come true. So that's something, because when you place your happiness, or when you only allow yourself to feel happy once you achieve a goal, or something external has to happen, like, oh, your kids have to do what you say, or everything has to go perfectly in your business, or everyone has to like you. If all that has to happen for you to feel happy, you're not going to feel happy very often. And if you don't feel happy very often, you can get further ahead. You can get much further ahead and do much better in life when you are happy, because then your productivity and your performance improves in everything and every aspect of your life. So that's why it's important not to place your happiness dependent on things you can't control. Make sure that you make sure. I just don't. I don't want you guys to go through those things that I went through, because they were definitely devastating to me at the time, and I did not feel very good from that. So my point and whole gist with this video is to focus on what you can control. Focus on the actions that you take every single day. You can set process-oriented goals rather than result-oriented goals. You can still have result-oriented goals, but include some process-oriented goals into your life, because that will just make it so much better, because that's something you can control 100%. You don't have to rely on all of these certain things to happen in order for your result to happen. The results will come because the actions that you take will lead to the results. I know that by filming these videos, I know that by doing these certain things that are process-oriented goals, I know they will lead to the results that I want. And whether they happen as soon as I want them to happen or not, that's a different story. But sometimes not getting what you want can be the best thing that happens to you. If I got what I want, if I achieved those goals when I set them for myself, like, I remember, I think it was like 2020, I was like, I think it was 2020, where I set, like, dude, I told my friend, I was starting a business at the time with my friend, I'm like, dude, we're gonna make like $100,000 by the end of this year, it's gonna be great. I realized if I had achieved that and actually gotten what I wanted, then I would not have grown as much as I have now. I would not have learned and just cultivated the different skills that I've cultivated now as a result of not achieving them. So my point is, if it doesn't happen, if you don't achieve your goals, realize that there can still be great benefit that you've gotten, even if you haven't achieved them yet. And know that, like, your dream life will happen regardless. I realize that even if it doesn't happen as soon as I want it to, I know it's still gonna happen, so it's totally fine. It's like, doesn't matter if I'll win anyways. I know I'm gonna win anyways, regardless of how long it takes. And so that's the attitude that you guys want to have, is that no matter how long or hard the road may be, victory, it will happen. And so I hope this video finds you well, guys. Set process-oriented goals. Focus on the things you can control. Focus on taking action, because that's what you can 100% control. And when you focus on the things you can control, then you're automatically going to feel happier, and you're going to feel so much better, because we feel good when we feel like we're in control. And so that can just help you guys to not get as frustrated or feel as stressed. Because I know I felt the most stressed and the most anxious when I was trying to control things that I couldn't control, such as the results that I get and getting them at the exact time that I wanted them to happen at. So I hope this video finds you well, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little bit longer one, but yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribe for more videos just like this. Hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.